And I think the biggest discussion is around Azimio. We've had the president talk about it. If it was not that important, even the president would not even bother mentioning about it. The DCP party leader also sees it fit to enter into the fray and talk about Azimio. None of them were members of the Azimio coalition. Let's note that. But it is ODM's behavior that is perhaps the most interesting. That ODM, after joining the broad-based government, even immediately after the elections, they dismissed Azimio as a non-entity. It was dead either way after losing the election. But right now, they are stuck and they don't want to be seen to have left Azimio. What exactly is happening, Wakili?
You know, Fred, first and foremost, no, this is politics, basically. This is just politics. And for the ODM party, this is not the first time it is disintegrating. It is not the first time it is splitting. You remember in 2007, when Kalonzo Musyoka went away with what is called ODM Kenya. Then, and by the way, he went with the original certificate of ODM. Then this other team remained with ODM. So today, there is a talk of Sifuna is going with one orange, and I think another person is going with what? With one piece, rather, of the cut orange. It is not the first time, Fred. It is not a big mystery. My dismay is the manner in which people who claim to follow Raila Odinga are not actually pursuing his philosophy. They are pursuing their selfish tumbocrat approach to just win power. When you hear Mbadi saying Sifuna should be kicked out, and you know, Raila was always so tolerant that you could be what you wanted to be around him. Until I saw some Somalia guy saying he's a Luo or something like that, and he said he's Raila's son. He allowed it that way. That is Raila. And then he took advantage of time and memory and experience. He let things flow. But today, you cannot speak against Oburu Odinga, and there's already a plan that we must kick this guy out. That is not ODM. That is not ODM that we knew. Therefore, today, when you hear politicians saying, oh, Azimio is dead, those are narratives. That is make-believe language. I can assure you today, William Ruto is concerned and very worried about any strong grouping, whether they are 10 or 5 people grouping themselves somewhere, to oppose his politics. Why? Because that is how politics works. You want to see that everybody is believing in your philosophy, and you want to make believe, you want to show the people around yourself and those around others that it is my line or no other line. So that's why you see people are concerned about when the former president just comes up and says, I think Azimio or ODM, this and that, and not necessarily opposing government projects,
yes,
but talking politics, which is within his constitutional right.
Yes. About ODM, and the interesting thing is, no one within Azimio said ODM is out of Azimio. In fact, the person named to take over after Junet Mohammed as Secretary General is an ODM member, Karoli Omondi. So why